RVA Today, sponsored by Reverse Mortgage Pro.
Welcome back to RVA Today. I'm your host, Naomi Brackett, and today's sponsor is Reverse Mortgage Pro. And I'm here once again with owner Brad Friedman. Welcome, Brad.
Hello, thank you for having me.
It's great to have you back in the studio. Now, something we often hear you say at Reverse Mortgage Pro is use your home to stay at home. What does that mean to you?
Well, I wish it was something that I came up with, but that's actually a brochure that HUD puts out talking about the reverse mortgage program. Use your home to stay at home. One of our goals of a senior in today's world is to stay at home as long as they possibly can. Yeah. To avoid nursing homes or avoid being forced out of their home for physical or financial reasons. The reverse mortgage is a tool we use very frequently. It's one of the most common things that we do to help a senior establish their financial position, to be able to fix the house up so they can comfortably stay there, to use the equity that's been built up in their home to stay at home.
Yeah. What are some common misconceptions you might hear about reverse mortgages?
Wow, there are two big misconceptions that I hear all the time. The first is that you're signing the house over to the bank or you're signing the house over to the government, and that is absolutely not the case. This is just a loan program. HUD has developed and guaranteed and ensures this loan to make sure a senior can stay in the home. They're not looking at having a senior sign their house over to anybody else. It is just a loan. It has no monthly payments. How fantastic is that? But it's a loan, and it does get paid back, and that's one of the things that we'll talk about with the senior. How does this get paid back in the future? It is a great program to be able to use that equity that's been built up.
So we've talked about some misconceptions. What are some benefits, you would say, of taking out a reverse mortgage?
Well, the benefits are great. Every individual's financial situation is different, so everybody benefits in different ways. We could pay off an existing mortgage and free the senior up from that monthly payment. How great is that? No more monthly payments on the mortgage. I'd love to be in a position to be able to do that. We can set up a line of credit so that a senior can pay off debts or do home improvements. That line of credit could be used as a savings that make the senior be a lot more comfortable if they know they've got the backing. If something goes wrong, if the hot water heater breaks, if the air conditioner goes, we set them up with a line of credit they could draw funds from and not have to make a monthly payment. And that monthly payment, that cash flow for a senior, that is the most important part of their finances.
Absolutely.
On a fixed income, most of the seniors, their income is not going to change. They get a little increase every year. It's not enough to do anything with. To have that backing of no monthly payment or a line of credit, a fantastic comfort for a senior.
So let's talk about making this decision, right? When you're talking about finances, especially taking out a loan later in life, people want to know that their money is going to be safe, that their home is going to be secure. What are some protections in place for seniors when taking out a reverse mortgage?
So HUD didn't put this program in place to cause problems in a senior's financial situation. HUD has this program to help their financial situation. There are a lot of protections that are put in place. For spouses, if unfortunately something happens to one spouse, the other spouse can comfortably stay in the house. They've got this line of credit behind them or no more mortgage payment to pay. That could put them in a position where they're able to stay, where in the past they may not have been able to. The protections are in place by HUD watching over the transaction. They guarantee and insure it. They're watching every piece of this and making sure everybody's doing their job appropriately. But I think the biggest protection is I'd like to have a conversation with the senior, sit down at the table. Let's make sure it's appropriate. Let's make sure it's right for the senior and their family before anybody does anything.
Absolutely.
And truly, that conversation is the biggest protection in this whole piece.
Well, Brad, thank you so much for being here to share that information.
Thank you.
If you're interested in taking out a reverse mortgage, you can get in touch with Brad and his team by calling the number on your screen. Thanks for watching RVA Today, and we'll see you next time.